Alabama wide receivers ain't got no dog in them. You know, Alabama released a 6-part docuseries on Fox Nation last week. This 6-part series, or this 6-part docuseries, goes into the behind the scenes of the Alabama football program in year one of Coach Kalen DeBoer's tenure as my Alabama Crimson Tide head coach. And wide receiver JaMarcus Shepherd was fed up. In this docuseries, the first series starts out in week 5, game 4 against the Georgia Bulldogs. Preparing for those Georgia Bulldogs. And in that series, wide receiver coach JaMarcus Shepherd went off on the wide receivers. I mean, he absolutely went off. And that scene got the attention of some people. You know, I watched it. I watched that series. I seen this exact scene that I'm telling you about. And Athlon Sports, they seen it too, and they wrote an article about it. So I'm going to talk about this article, and it got JaMarcus Shepherd exact words in what he told the wide receivers for my Alabama Crimson Tide. Okay? The Alabama Crimson Tide experienced growing pains during Kalen DeBoer's first season at the helm, and one of the points of frustration was a lack of production from their receiver corps. Fans can now get a glimpse into those frustrations inside the building. Fox Nation released The Tide That Bind. That's the title of the docuseries. They released The Tide That Bind this week, a 6-part docuseries taking viewers behind the scenes of Alabama's 2024 campaign. AL.com's Nick Kelly was able to get an early peek at episode 1 prior to its release, and according to him, one of the most notable moments was wide receiver coach JaMarcus Shepherd ripping into the wide receivers during a team meeting. Okay, now they was in the wide receiver room, but this is JaMarcus Shepherd's exact words. I'm tired of sugarcoating shit for people in this room. I'm not sugarcoating shit no more. It's a telltale sign our 2 receivers who have the most production in the room are the 2 taking notes. The 2 receivers he referenced are Ryan Williams and Jerry Bernard, who finished the year as the top 2 pass catchers for the Crimson Tide, with the latter being named a freshman All-American, Ryan Williams. Shepard continued laying into his receivers during the scene. It's a telltale sign. That's how it is. I'm sick of this shit. The ball goes in the air. We've got to want it. Everybody want to be cute. All these weak ass haircuts y'all got. Shit all pristine and shit. Ain't nobody got no dog in them. Them some harsh words. Let me go over it again. Let me read it to you again. JaMarcus Shepherd's words. I'm tired of sugarcoating shit for people in this room. I'm not sugarcoating shit no more. It's a telltale sign our 2 receivers who have the most productions in the room are the 2 taking notes right now. It's a telltale sign, and that's how it is. I'm sick of this shit. The ball goes in the air. We've got to want it. Everybody want to be cute. All these weak ass haircuts y'all got. Shit all pristine and shit. Ain't nobody got no dog in them. And that might be the reason a lot of these receivers jumped in the transfer portal at the end of the season. Receivers that was getting playing time, a lot of playing time, a couple of them starters. That might be why. They don't want to be coached hard. They don't want to be talked to like that. That might be the problem. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, these are actually strong words from the Bama assistant in year 1, where the offense produced just 365 receiving yards, its lowest output since the 2017 season. Much of the criticism of the Tide's inconsistent passing game was placed on the shoulders of quarterback Jalen Milroe, but they were unable to establish meaningful depth outside of Williams and Bernard. It's no wonder why major changes to the wide receiver room have been made this offseason, with 6 wideouts ultimately entering the transfer portal. The team reached into the portal and received a pull, and the team reached into the portal themselves and pulled former Miami receiver Isaiah Horton and convinced former 5-star defensive back Jalen Mbakwe to become a pass catcher for the offense. Time will tell if Shepard will be more pleased with his players' production in 2025. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about those words that JaMarcus Shepherd said to the wide receivers? I agree. That's coaching. We seen the lack of production from the wide receivers in 2024, outside really of Ryan Williams, of Jeremy Bernard. And guess what? As fans, we were saying, man, we got more wide receivers than Ryan Williams. Won't they use some of the other wide receivers? But now we get a glimpse into why. But then again, that was week 5, game 4. JaMarcus Shepherd got to take the blame for some of that. If they was doing that the entire time for 4 weeks and you didn't address it, then you got to take, you part of the blame too now. You got to take your blame. Don't just put it all on the receivers, because you, as the wide receiver coach, let them get away with it. That's all I'm saying. When you seen that during the off season or during fall practice, before game 1, before game 2, you should have addressed it then. That's all I'm saying. You should have addressed it then. So you part of the blame too, JaMarcus Shepherd, even though you the one that's getting on their ass. But I agree with you. Even though I feel like you did it a little bit late. Or did you do it for the camera? You see what I'm saying? But hey, either way you did it, hopefully it worked. Didn't seem like it. Because every game after that, force feeding Ryan Williams and occasionally going to Jeremy Bernard. Hardly ever threw to Kendrick Law. Hardly ever. And I was a fan of Kendrick Law, but it didn't work out at Alabama in his, I believe, 3 seasons. It just didn't work out. Then you had Kobe Prentice. Wasn't using him too much. But if they ain't got that dog in them, baby, it don't matter. You got to have that dog in you in everything you do. You got to have that dog in you when it comes to running routes. When it comes to going up, getting the ball. When it comes to your blocking skills. Everything that a wide receiver does, you got to have the dog in you. You got to want it. You got to want to be the best blocker, the best route runner. You see what I'm saying? The best pass catcher. Hell, I've seen him at times with Ryan Williams slacking on his daggone blocks, even though he was the best pass catcher. You got to want to be the best in everything, in every phase of the game. You look at Devontae Smith. What kind of blocker, pass catcher, and route runner he was for my Alabama Crimson Tide. And now he's doing the same thing with those Philadelphia Eagles. Trying to be the best that he can be. You know what I'm saying? So we need that at Alabama. We need that kind of attitude and that kind of mentality. Now, wide receiver coach JaMarcus Shepherd, he got the right mentality. He knows how to motivate. And he's a motivational coach. You done seen that. If you're an Alabama fan and you following Alabama like Alabama fans should be following Alabama, you done seen what kind of motivational coach JaMarcus Shepherd is. even though he should be taking some of the blame for the issues that he put out there, or this documentary put out there. He hit the nail on the head. That's all I can say. So hopefully we won't have these problems in 2025. And hopefully we can see a explosive offense. Now, I am going to say some of the lack of offense was because of Jalen Miro. I am going to say that also. So it is what it is. But I just want y'all to hear this a little bit, what JaMarcus Shepherd said to those wide receivers. And hopefully he'll carry that mentality into 2025 and address shit game 1 or before, so it won't happen again. Don't wait till week 5, game 4 against those Georgia Bulldogs again. Don't wait till the end. If it ain't happening in the first game or in preparation of the first game, getting ready for Florida State, you need to address that shit then, so you won't have that problem during the season. Nip it in the bud once it starts. But I'm done with that. And hey, don't forget, y'all go over to my new YouTube channel. It's called Kangaroo Cuisine Food Review. Cuisine is spelled with a K. Okay? Kangaroo. No S. Just Kangaroo Cuisine with a K. Food Review. All right? So, anyway, y'all be blessed. And remember, KB don't give a piss about nothing but the tide. And roll damn tide.